This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
This is Manchester United we're talking about, and this is Cass, and we're going to be talking about the latest. As you lot have seen, stuff has been, let's just call it retweeted. Old news, potentially, you could say, or, you know, reiterated. The Fearful, a.k.a. the Marcus, is in the building about Spurs. I'm going to debunk this real quick as well. Again, Gyokeres deal as well. This it's all gone up in the air, isn't it? It's been double confirmed on Swedish Rumble. That's crazy. Double down. And then there's stuff on Plettergol, which, or Florian Pletterberg, which I kind of want to debunk again. Leverkusen don't want Garnacho no more. And according to Graham Bailey, who I think is a tier 8, not too sure how it... I don't see how it works out, but Sancho de Villa, anyone? Yeah, I thought so. Big up to anyone in here. Make sure you smash the likes. Gov, I'd say you should go and charge your phone. If you're on 6%, I don't know what you're doing. But big up the chat as well. Luke's in here. Dan Watson's in here. Gamer TV. I was told it's only Spurs. If this shit happens for a 6th time in a season, then where are we with the new Spurs? I don't know if anyone's seen... by the way, Scott McTominay is apparently the most valuable player in Serie A. You couldn't make this crap up, could you? Scott McTominay, most valuable player in Italy. Wow. Who would have thought? You know, big Scotty McTominay. Wow. Well, couldn't give a toss. Anyways, regardless of all that, I am absolutely baking in this heat. I'm not joking. If you hear fan or whatever in the background, yeah, I don't think you will, but if you can hear like a slight noise, yeah, that's that. That's literally just going back and forth in it. I need the cold air as much as possible. I don't care what Van der Sar says. If he said that, Aces, Van der Sar he professionally fucked us by giving us Anthony and the rest of them anyway. So forget about that. So anyway, let's talk about this Mbeumo. So again, it's been confirmed that the second bid is definitely incoming for Manchester United. And if you scroll down any of the recent news pages that just, you know, say this, that, and the other, you know, come from even Muppeteers and, you know, other sources, even Sky Sports kind of doubled down, which was quite interesting. Sammy Mockbell as well came out and said, you know, Tottenham are even yet to submit a bid for Mbeumo. So that whole 70 million bid is a load of bollocks, as per usual. And on top of that, if we want to debunk it even more, you know, whilst Tottenham have got an absolute bloated squad, by the way, yeah, they need to sell to buy, which came out by, what's his name? As in, they don't need to sell to buy, as in they need the money. But in terms of squad space, Matt Law put a piece about that out about a week and a half ago. So yet again, why are they instantaneously, Daniel Levy we're talking about already, if you want to break it down this way, submitting a bid of 70 million, breaking, you know, the I think their most recorded transfer in history after whoever, Brennan Johnson, Solanke, I don't know what, they're basically their most expensive signing. And on top of that, when they've already got Brennan Johnson and Kulusevski already playing in those positions. So once again, there might need to be a reshuffle. Hence, you know, they need Son to leave and whoever else to maybe leave. So see, I'm gonna sit here and say again, you know, I do believe we end up signing Gyokeres and Mbeumo. I thought I'm not gonna lie, I think Mbeumo is just a waste of not a waste of time, a matter of time. I didn't say a waste of time. I can't believe it. That's an absolute howler. So yeah, no, I think it's a waste. Again, I nearly said it. a matter of time before we get the Here We Goes. You know, we're gonna get them in Mbeumo's. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna be singing those songs in Boom Boom Boom, and Mbeumo's in the room. You know what I mean? And you know what? Let me say this, yeah. And this is for Marcus, right? Walaikum salam, Mr. B, as well. Big up to everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Fridays. Obviously, Fridays, it's always going to be a little bit hectic or slow. You know, it's never really in between, is it? So there, Cass, Stinker and Hooked. What did I do? Stinker and Hooked? This is what I was going to say, yeah? So let me get this straight. Mbeumo, yeah, who either knew that his manager was going to leave or wasn't going to leave, or might have just found out. But let's just say, for instance' sake, he didn't know that Frank was going to leave for Tottenham. So you're telling me he's already rejected Tottenham's approach, by the way. Yeah. So I'm hoping all of you lot are with me on this part, because I feel like I'm onto something. So he wanted to leave. He said no to Tottenham already, right? And he didn't know, remember, hypothetically, he didn't know that Frank was going to leave Brentford, correct? Yeah? And then he said, I want to join United. Rejected Spurs in a process. And now he wants to join Spurs because Thomas Frank has taken over. How does that make sense? Because if you really wanted to stay with a manager that you so much why would you leave him in the first place? You know, you could have just went open to, you know, could have just went over there beforehand. Or in the process again, let me ask you again, let's say he did know that Frank was going to leave. It's already came out before that Frank has been negotiating or in talks with Tottenham for about 3 months, 2-3 months. Are you not following me here, by the way? Let me know if you're following me. So let's say he did know, which I do believe he did know. Why didn't he say yes to Tottenham's approach, knowing that Frank was going to Tottenham? This is why when you do, you know, when you think about it logically and break it down, whichever scenario that you want to put up with Tottenham, he still doesn't choose Tottenham with Frank or without Frank. And I think it's just going to be a waste of time. Muppeteers came out a little bit earlier as well, and it says Man United and Brentford still ain't agreed the fee for, obviously, Mbeumo yet. They want the guarantees up front. But Man United and Brian Mbeumo, this is from Sean Connolly. Someone's got to tell me about Sean Connolly, by the way. I don't know if he's credible or not. I'm trying to still work out who he is, what he is about. But a lot of people online seem to like him. Right? So anyways, apparently a second and more comprehensive bid will be placed soon for Mbeumo, and that's pretty much been said for the last 3 days, especially because of Spurs' interest. It might have sped up the process of all of that, which could be a good thing. But Man United want their primary target signed as quick as possible, which we already know. Look, I feel like this is Brentford definitely trying to kick United up the arse and say, get a flipping move on. But in the same instance, I think it's a good thing. So that's why I'm not really bothered if, like, Tottenham could bid 75 million, which they're not going to, by the way. You know, Daniel Levy's not going to pull that one out of his ass. Of course he isn't. They're going to go do their record bid straight away up front, just like that. Anyways, even if he did, I still think he chooses Man United, regardless. This is why when it does come down to all of this, Spurs might hijack. When a Spurs, I keep saying it, when a Spurs ever wanted to get into a bidding war with anyone, they're the ones that get hijacked. Simple as that. You know, whether you want to call it for Willian, there's one for you. Whether it's for Bruno Fernandes, love. By the way, Man United. So yeah, and when it comes down to wages, I think United will definitely offer more. You know, they got a tight ship over there. So, and it's already been reported that, you know, personal terms, something along the lines of 150. I don't know, but it's already been agreed with Mbeumo. He got what he asked for, or in and around with incentives. So that's why I just look at it, why when it comes to the Mirror Darren, I don't know, he looks like he likes to report on Tottenham or whoever else it is. It's just a little bit like right now, if you're even if you're a Spurs fan, by the way, if you're an Arsenal fan, United fan, the Mirror Darren said that his words that Tottenham launched a bid, a 70 million one for Mbeumo. So instantaneously, Mirror Darren is in the bin because that already got debunked. And the fact that even Sky Sports journalists have come out and pretty much done a rerun, kind of tells me what they got in the end. They got a lot of clicks, didn't they? You know, this morning they ruffled a few feathers at about what 12:40 this afternoon, and then beyond that, you know, whatever his name is, the other one came out and pretty much said he still prefers Man United, and then again you got the other one from flipping Germany in flipping Florian Plettenberg, even make it like reassuring the Man United fan base, even though I don't think he knows that much. When it comes to, you know, foreign German sources, I wouldn't take no notice. But even he was saying along the lines of, you know, he still wants United and it's still ongoing, basically, pretty much. Even talking about stuff like Gyokeres. We'll get into it, but I feel like he's doing a lot of guesswork. He's been decent this summer, but for German stuff. What are you lot thinking anyways? The only thing that's getting launched is W missiles into a certain city that we all hate. And if you don't hate that certain city and that certain environment with the name of Z, then you can respectfully fuck off. Simple as that. Nothing more, nothing less. But W's for Iran. Love. W's. Big W's. Anyways, smash the likes, people. Nearly 200 in the house as well. Oh, did he? Oh, did he? Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, man, lots of missiles launched today, man. Lots. Come from like all different journalists, countries. You know, them W's, man, W's. By the way, I mean, I didn't mention it. You lot can guess. I'm not trying to get demonetized. You know, I don't have to say it, but I can do. But yeah, what likes are we on, people? We're on 56 likes, 200 nearly in here. So big up. It's a Friday night. It's not nice either. So if we can get that to 100, I love you. If we can get to 200, I love you even more. How about that? And big up for all the support recently. It's nice to know that there's a decent community building on this channel, let alone never a foul. But yeah, leave that all for that. Let's keep the politics for the politicians. I mean, we got a lot of football politics going on at the moment. You know, even this Gyokeres stuff. There's a lot of let's talk about the politics. Let's talk about the politics of Gyokeres as well. But yeah, no, look, call me deluded, and I feel like I've been quite composed. I done it with I spoke about with obviously George and that. It was come on, it was shameless. It is what it is. I don't mind. That's normal behavior. Even with rants earlier as well when we were talking about it, I'm very composed about this, and I don't know why other United fans aren't. Because when we get the W through the door, it's going to be okay. Well, there's quite a few more. Well, there's a few more Tottenham fans joining, and the fact that, you know, rivals are jumping and hoping that, you know, Mbeumo doesn't join United is because they're scared. Rivals are scared. They don't want this to happen. They know how good of a player he is. Josh, big up yourself. You're probably the only Spurs fan in here right now, if I'm correct. Even you know deep down that you're not going to get him, but you're going to play the game the way the game needs to be played. And when I get to do another title, yeah, where it says Mbeumo rejects Tottenham and Frank for a second time, oh man, don't come to me and say, oh, we didn't even put a bid in. Oh, we didn't do this. Oh, what are we going to do? No, you're talking shit, Cash. You don't know nothing. Shut up, man. What do you mean? Hold that L again. Double L. Only Spurs can do a couple double L's in the space of weeks. Literally. Of course you're going to try. It works both ways. It works both ways. And you know what? It's slightly it's a Brentford W. It's a Brentford W. It's a Brentford W. But it's a good thing. I feel like this is healthy. Because we are taking a little bit too long. And I feel like United know that this whole thing with Gyokeres and the striker situation and Sells, that's gonna take a while anyways. Look, we're gonna dive straight into this because that's hilarious. This Gyokeres stuff is hilarious. And it's actually just toxic at this point. It's toxic, it's unprofessional, and the rest of it as well. It's just but it works in our favor. It worked, and I got a little piece. I heard a little something as well today, and about 2 hours ago, and I love it because this guy's been telling me all the targets. The same one about Liverpool and Ekatike, by the way, same one. I said Liverpool, but I told Monts. Then Sesko news comes out, and I said, "Don't worry, Monts. The Sesko stuff is all bluff. You want Ekitike, don't worry. The same way, in the end, when I knew about 2 days before about the lap as well that he's gonna go to Chelsea, and I kind of just, you know, I accepted it. I do have a couple people that know a couple things or two. I know all about Felix and Lucas Nemecha over in Germany right now. I know who they're linked with currently, but guess what? They're not going nowhere. We're not getting them. They're staying there. Dortmund are trying to sign them down to a new deal. Love. Even the stuff with Rodrigo, Arsenal. Look, everyone knows this right now with Lee. I'm not an ITK. I just get told little bits and bobs. I just have to take it as it stands. There's other little bits and bobs that can surround Arsenal and Liverpool as well, which is, I can't say who, but what I don't mind, yeah, Cass Jacobs. So yeah, no. When it comes to Arsenal and Sesko, you lot already know this, by the way, so it doesn't even matter. The Gyokeres stuff is all a bluff. It's all a bluff. Love. And and I do wonder what it really is. I want to really debunk this stuff about, you know, like Berta is amazing, by the way. I must say, Berta is an amazing director of football. From this and that, he's great. And yeah, he's put it, there's something weird with the whole Gyokeres situation, and the fact that United have found their way to this kind of agreement or whatever, like situation that they got like a free run at Gyokeres is, I think we got a little bit of a case of an absolute bimbo of an agent that's gonna F a lot of this up, and that's something that Arsenal detest quite a lot, and I don't think Arsenal want to deal with that. From what basically I had a little text earlier. It's just apparently the agent is the same one with Amrabat who fucked up the whole Amrabat stuff, and we dragged him just for a loan deal, by the way, just for a loan deal. Same guy, man. It's mental. But Sesko looks like he's going to be an Arsenal player, man. Expect more news next week for that. I can't wait to talk about that. But yeah, I don't pester anyone about information. It's just nice, isn't it? It's kind of nice to know certain things, but then I can't really say all of it is true. It's not true, innit? Like a lot of stuff is, I can say it, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But Berta is such as, yeah, man, he's going to be really good for Arsenal. I must admit. And what they're going to go for next, I mean, look, I'm going to say this as well. Before we talk about that stuff, Nico Williams. Now, we've all seen that Barcelona and Nico Williams might actually happen. And I only think that's only going to be good for us. And I'm going to explain why in a second. But before we do that, guys, we're 18 away from 100. If anyone just doesn't mind double checking me talking whilst I talk shit, you know, waffling merch and even more, then I'll be truly grateful. Even the videos. You know what? Let me know. Do you like the videos I do? As well. Like, I'm trying to be quite consistent, just throwing out whatever I can a little bit, but I want it to be decent. Trying to get better in terms of just quality in itself. I don't like doing videos. You know what? I look at other people's videos and I admire them quite a lot. And I said, I wish I had an editor, because I know exactly what I'd want, the way I would break things down. And it's just, obviously, you got to spend money to make money and make things look good for the people. So yeah, it's just, I'm not really known for like trying to keep it consistent. It's a little bit different when you're talking on Man United. Like even the way I broke down the Cunha stuff, I was quite proud of it. I was quite proud of it. I'm not gonna lie, I was quite proud. I was like, yeah, all right. You know, I think I've done quite well there. I mean, it's not my kind of cup of tea kind of thing to do, but I thought, yeah, I love it. Go on, let's go. I need to do more though. But I'm gonna, if you support like Newcastle, I'm really waiting to do some Newcastle videos I never have found, man. Just hurry up and get proper links, please. I like talking on Newcastle. Anyways, guys, I'm diving away from what I was going to really talk about as well. I don't like doing shorts. Shorts are shit. They ruin your algorithm as well. 11 likes away from 100, if you don't mind. So let's keep going. But maybe TikTok. All right, you know what? If this is a big if, I really want the socials to go up first, but it wouldn't be for my channel. It would be up for Never a Foul. You know what? If I make enough money off my own channel, then sure. But, you know, getting someone that can run your own clips and do this, it's such a headache. I'm not mad talented at doing all of that stuff. It just takes a lot of time. There's people that do it, but they command a lot of money. So it is what it is, isn't it? I've actually, you know what? I got my cousin. I've actually got my cousin to put Mbeumo in a new kit. So I'm going to run that image straight away when he signs. Let me get some of your comments up as well. If you got some stuff to ask quickly, I'm gonna talk on this Nico Williams. I'm gonna link it to Rashford as well and why it's a good thing. So yeah, brilliant. Big up Gamer TV. I see you just put out something brand new. I see it here. Oh, who's the source? It's a weak source though, man. But you know what? We'll talk about it though. I knew it. I knew it. This agent has messed everything up for Gyokeres. He's messed up everything. Everything. We need more solo sessions. Yeah, we'll do that. Cass, there's no agency in our recruitment. We're not acting like a club that finished 15th. But that's why I'm quite positive about United doing things. I quite like what Jason Wilcox has got to offer at the moment. Where has all this money come from for signings? I mean, only 2 of them. Remember, Jim Ratcliffe put in a lot of money for Man United. His own money. He put in like, what did he put in? I can't remember what he put in, but he put a lot of money into Man United. And people were looking at the wrong accounts because what people don't understand is my club is fucking massive. It's fucking gargantuan, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like when it comes to revenues, you know, you can do whatever you want to add up. I still earn more than your club in revenues alone. It is what it is. It's a cash cow, isn't it? It's a cash cow. They've been dealing with another account while everyone else is looking at another account. Ding, ding, ding. So brilliant. But we do need sales though, which is not a great position. That is not a good position to be in. Let me see this. Have you done a Livermore leaving the city? Not yet. Not yet. That's not really concrete. I mean, if they get him, I'll be fuming. Who doesn't enjoy a bit of waffle from Cass? Oh, yeah, you know what? You're right. What's this? He put 70 million in January and the debt was in another company instead of United. So he shifted the debt maybe. Yeah, a big up IDK, big up Cass just joined. Love that, man. You're always in here, IDK, man. Man like Halaban, love to see you all the time. Anyone that supports, man, I'm actually loving this. The fact that Marcus is actually like in my consistent streams must mean I'm doing something. I'm doing something correct. I must be doing something correct. I don't believe we're looking at any wingbacks yet. That's talk for probably end of the window. That's just an opinion, not fact. And if you're going to look at a wingback, it'd probably be the left side from what we've been told. 5 away. Oh, nice. We've already hit over 100. So yeah, love for that. If we get to 150, we'll get there. But let me talk about this as well. Big up. Oh, Ramadan, you're in the building. Nice. Yeah, we know about Ahmad. Let me talk about this though. This Nico Williams, and this is gonna piss off Marcus Rashford, and I love it. I do love it. I know we talk about this every single time. Big up Saeed in the building. Is that Saeed Mohammed? Big up yourself, man. Assalamu alaikum. Big up Cass to jump in. What's the second big price for Mbeumo? Nothing yet, but apparently he's going to be going next. My guess in the next few days. To be fair. Oh, nah. Oh, lads, I'm going to be in the doghouse again. I am allowed that one. I'm allowed that one. But anyways, you know what? Just leave it on. So Nico Williams looks likely he's going to get his move. Apparently he's willing to take wage cuts and stuff. And I know this ain't got nothing directly to do with Man United, but it does. So he's going to be the latest left winger. That's going to be the guy that is going to take over probably the reins and provide competition for Rafinha, correct? You know, they're going to add more to the Spanish core. Good for them, right? Because we saw that Bayern were involved with them. Chelsea and Arsenal have been dealing with their wages. It wasn't going on. His dream move is Barcelona, which is fair. Now, all of a sudden, what does that mean for Rashford? Because remember, we saw reports before about Rashford and a potential loan deal from Barcelona. Now, unless they got different ideas for this guy in terms of upfront, it's not looking like he's going to be the main man, right? That he wants his dream move. Because I don't know if it's a dream move, but is it a dream location? I'm going to say yes. I believe it's more of a dream location. Barcelona is a beautiful city. It's the architecture, the people, you know, and whatnot. The food. It's beautiful, right? Who wouldn't want to go there? Who wouldn't want to go there? So my thing is, cool. Rashford's location, his dream location. Now you're gonna have to say, "No, in a bit, lad. We're gonna make our deals over here in Spanish, obviously, or Basque or whatever Catalan, right? Over to Nico Williams, even though whatever." So that means that now Rashford has to get a move on himself. He's gonna have to go for his other options because clearly no one at Man United wants him. And you know what? I've seen that he's moving dedicated, and you got a big up work ethic, right? And I don't believe that Marcus Rashford is a totally lazy player, but I've seen this year in, year out, years and years. Gary Neville interviews, we've seen him literally do absolute crazy workouts. And you know what? Big up himself. He you know, the World Cup's next season as well. Maybe he could be a mantelpiece for another club. He looks like he's focused, and I love that for him, right? He is one of our own. We shouldn't disrespect him too heavily. But the move to what's it called, to Barcelona is now off. Did someone raid us? I big up Saeed for the raid, man. Love for that. No one even told me that he raided. What's wrong with you lot? Big up to everyone that's in the house. So I'm not gonna talk about Mbeumo again. I'm pretty sure you just done that over Saeed. If you want to rewind that, do all of that stuff, then amazing, right? But I'm talking something totally different with the whole Nico Williams and what it means for Rashford. So Rashford's, whoever his agent is, his brother, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, he's gonna have to look for other clubs because this whole dragging out to the end. If Nico Williams goes there, that means your move is off. Yeah, that means your move is off. So where are you going to go now? You better go find a new club. I can imagine in a world where he goes to Tottenham. I'm going to be honest. I think he might remain in the Premier League, but I don't think no one's going to pay for him. The biggest obstacles will always be his wages and how much can United, I don't know, get that down to the point where he's going to move out. But then again, that won't look good within the fan base if he doesn't take his wage cut so we can move on, right? And that's a bit of a difficult situation for himself. But I feel like there's going to be a loan with an obligation, and it's going to be either to an Italian club or it's going to be an English club. You know, he's got Champions League at Spurs. You know, you see how even what's his name, German dude Tuchel. You see the way he speaks about Rashford as well. So be it. If he goes to go Tottenham, so be it. They need a left winger to potentially, Richarlison's allegedly on the move. You know, apparently, who else is Son might be on the move. So yeah, that's another missile. No pun intended. If you know, you know, innit? And maybe a W missile. Oh, sorry, couldn't help myself. Maybe it's gonna hit the capital. That missile of a. Sorry. Yeah, my bad. My bad. It's a bomb. Oh shit! Sorry. Am I going too far? Love. It just got me excited today. I don't know what got over me. I don't know what came over me with the missiles. Oh shit! I said it again. Bomber. Oh no, sorry. Big W4. Big I. Green, white, and red bomber. I love this. In the sky. Sorry, people. Sorry. Ooh. Some nice fireworks going on, people. Anyways, don't say stuff too loud. Don't. Yeah. I mean, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. You know what I mean? Like, a few fireworks never hurt nobody. Yeah, you're right. Anyways, people, sorry. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video as well, please, if you don't mind. That would be absolutely amazing if we get to 200 likes. If we get to 200 likes, I won't even ask anymore because I don't want to bore none of you lot. So yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, I think the Rashford bomber he's gonna have to look at other options now. If anyone wants to join our Discord, my Discord's right here. I'm going to say it's our Discord now. Anyways, anyone that joins it, you're a part of it. As long as you behave yourself, you won't get booted out like a couple others that decide they want to get mouthy to other people in a chat, and then you just get instantaneously banned in it. No toxic behaviors. It's a really good Discord, by the way. It's a tier 3 one. and there's loads of people, over 300 people in there. Different people obviously join in and out. It'll give you all the rules and roles. Just go check it out. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I did see the Sancho to. See, Sancho's a confusing one. I'm going to talk about this whole Gyokeres stuff, and I know Staffy and Said were just talking about that, and it's a big clusterfuck. But before we go into that whole part, is the Sancho is. I'm going to be honest with you lot. I think selling Sancho this summer is going to be super difficult. I think he's got, and the issue is, I think has he got a year left at United, or is it 2 years? I think he's got a year left. I mean, that means we can't put him out on loan. Like, we're fucking hell, yeah. Well, it was meant to expire. It's going to expire next year. So that means you can't actually have a loan. You actually have to have an obligation to buy. So yeah, maybe not. I still see that, you know, other teams are keen, but the Villa one, come on, I can't take that serious. It's not serious. You know, when it comes to their whole wage bill as well, what they called Aston Villa, how are they going to afford that when they need to make major cuts in their team and squad already? Because Man United are not going to pay 300k just for him to go out and loan to Villa with a fee. I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors, are you? So I do wonder where he's going to go. I just feel like that one there is going to drag out. I'm just really wanting some news about Garnacho and he's nearly halfway through the month. Garnacho and Anthony are really and truly, we need them to, and Onana, to disperse as quick as possible. But moving on to Gyokeres stuff, I know he came out yesterday on Swedish Rumble, so I was trying to pickpocket the actual the whole conversation, but the issue there is it's all in Swedish, so I can't exactly get it word for word. It might get mistranslated. I wanted to see the whole conversation surrounding it. And again, it came out today about reassuring basically his agent. Again, a bit, I think he's the one that's fucking this whole thing up, by the way. He's messing this whole deal up. And it's still a good thing to be United, but later in the window where we might want him now. Obviously, we want him in before pre-season. The one that nearly messed up the whole Amrabat stuff. I said it to the people earlier. I'm just going to reiterate it again. So anyways, when he's come out and said, we got this in writing, correct? We got this whole in writing. You know, we've got evidence. I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Lovely. Good enough for United. 60 million all up front. But I said this earlier in my stream. No, they didn't mention how it's going to get paid. Now, one thing you don't fuck around with, again, sorry for swearing if you don't mind me swearing. I do swear quite a lot, to be fair. When there's a multi-millionaire or billionaire that owns a club, there's a good reason why they're billionaires or multi-millionaires. Because now it's come out from a bowler. And I said this as well. How has anyone thought about the structure of the deal? Because imagine that, oh yeah, we can put up 60 million. Oh, that's lovely. You know what? I dare you. You know what? We said that. You know what? It's in writing. I dare you to submit an offer. Cool. Done. Now it's come out in here and says the agent has a mandate sale and Sporting will have to pay the 10% of the value of a rejected bid if it exceeds 60 million euros. If this clause is activated, Sporting will demand the full value of its release clause. Oh, so that means that they want the full fee up front. Oh, shock. Who would have guessed that one? Who would have known? Oh, we want it installments. Big Man United, we want it installments. Maybe Arsenal, even though I don't think they're going to get him. How about this? I want it in 2 installments. You can pay me 25 million now and 25 million next year. That's what I'm saying. You don't mess around with these kind of things. Now, his agent has now probably convinced him, you're going to go AWOL. Bro, you're going to get bought anyways. Cool. It means it's better for United in negotiations as a one-to-way player. You're Garnacho's, correct? Hopefully you don't follow me. Keep following me on this. So again, this agent is moving like an absolute prick and a donut, and he's complicating all sorts of, for me, situations where United could probably propose something. And I think it's because the guy's going to be so pissed, it's going to get rejected. And look how long it's taking United to even do this Mbeumo deal. Let alone what it's going to do with this whole fucking Gyokeres deal. You know what? Rants might have been correct. Now kind of reevaluating everything. It might actually take to the end of the window. This one might drag. This one really might drag. And it's not a bad thing, but you want him in for pre-season. That's just my thoughts. I might be wrong, but that's just my thoughts. Yeah. I big up, man. You're right. Why are you not a mod as well? There you go. Big up rants, man. I was literally just saying, I think you're right. I think it's going to drag. This one's going to drag. And I feel like United are going to move on to the midfielder target next. And because this one's going to be long-winded, Frankie de Jong, the difference is that this player wants to move. Frankie de Jong never wanted to move. You know, they wanted to just take them out. I think trusting Muppeteers, I feel like this window, they've been the first to pretty much all situations going on with United, Cunha, Mbeumo, and the Gyokeres stuff. But when I look into the way they're talking, it's like, it's funny how this information comes out today and it doesn't come out yesterday a little bit. It kind of tells me it's a reassurance piece for the Man United fan base that do follow him and look at him as a source. I think it's more opinionated, and he might be correct, but I do believe it could be guesswork. But I do expect this to drag into July. I really do. So yeah, what did he? Oh, Ben Jacobs said expect the Gyokeres saga to continue into July. Yeah, exactly. Because when you deep it, United get their 2 players in, and that means we're gonna again. We said go watch the rant show back, and I think don't go to the part where I'm absolutely crying, but go back a little bit, and I feel like after that's done, the focus will be sales, and it's been said time after time after time that it's going to be sales that United are going to focus on, which I think is the right thing to do. You know, as much as we want to transfer dopamine, we do need these scrubs out the club. It's just as important. You know, we don't want them there in the dressing room for pre-season. We don't need them in and around the squad. You know, you're there for your surplus for requirement. We don't need you no more. We need the money. Simple as that. And more than so, we want to move on to next targets. And that's why I also believe when it does come to this centre mid targets, because I know there's a lot of questions around targets around maybe wing backs. I'm not too sure about that. I've seen as much as you lot have seen. And also on top of that, with the central midfielders, remember that he said that United might have to dip into the loan market. I feel that's going to be the case for either Paulinho or Douglas Luiz. I mean, I'd go for both of them. Honestly, I know Saeed doesn't like the thought of Douglas Luiz and Paulinho, but for me, Douglas Luiz is definitely the stopgap year with an option that we can afford, in my opinion. That's because you got Casemiro, he's going to go. We don't know Toby Collier if he's going to get sent out on loan for more minutes, might come back improved. I really like him. There's a lot of talk around Hayden Hackney, and he's a cheap deal. He's easy to do. So if you told me in this window, okay, we're going to get Douglas Luiz with an option, and then with as a loan, which is fine. His wages are calm. It's all good. Return to England, and you know what? And then we go get Hayden Hackney on a permanent. And even if we did send Hayden Hackney back to Middlesbrough for a season, and we kept Collier maybe, or we gave them Collier and they gave us obviously Hackney in with a deal, as in they can have him on loan. Then yeah, I think United can definitely be creative with this. It's just when. It's always the case when. Would you not want Paulinho instead for 30 million? I wouldn't want to exactly buy a 30-year-old DM anymore. I think if you told me 2 years ago, when we were linked with him and he was like 18 million pounds, that's when I wanted him when he was 26. I think Douglas Luiz is a lot more fresh. He's at a great age. I know we need a DM that can play next to Bruno, but I need someone that's a little bit more active. That's just my personal preference. You know, Hackney and Luiz are not exactly sixes, but they can definitely do that job. And we need someone that's got a lot of energy. And every single time we look at reports with Man United and central midfielders, he specifically asked athleticism as one of the key factors. And I don't look at Paulinho and say he's a crazy athlete. So that's that. That camera looks on point. Yeah, my camera's actually cracked. So I've had this for 3 years. It's that I've only just realized. I thought my lens was a lot better than it was. I thought, oh, why is everyone else's like stuff blurred out? Yeah, I just realized you just got to move the camera a little bit more forward, then thinking you can zoom right in, and it's going to be all peachy clean. So yeah, now you can probably see all my wrinkles and how old I'm getting. So yeah, Edison still on the table? Maybe. It depends what the fee they're going to ask for. So again, don't know. I have no idea. I can only talk on things that we've been linked with at the moment. So yeah. I've had this question. There's a Manchester City book. A lot of you don't even know this. I don't run this channel. I do have another channel. I live with a Manchester City fan. I actually run the channel with a Manchester City fan and a Liverpool fan. So on one side of things, there will be the Manchester City stuff. On the other side of things, you can have Cantona and a United shirt. So it is what it is. I mean, the new keynote. Ooh. I don't know. That's some big shoes to fill. We do need two central midfielders. I heard Saeed saying saying we need two central midfielders pronto, and it's just I think it can be done. I think it can be done. It's just how creative can we be, and how bloated is our squad? Because a lot of our squad needs chopping. You know, we lost 3 players, I believe, or 3 players at the moment. Who's it? Johnny Evans. That's 1. That's fine. What the hell is that? Is that a spider, bro? Yeah, you're not staying there for that long, my bro. Don't get too comfortable. Ericsson and obviously whoever else it was. What? Lindelof. All right, that's a hench spider, bro. Yeah. I might have to lock the. I might have to lock the stream off. Them legs are a little bit too hench for my liking. They got hair on them. Ooh. Sorry. I don't feel like turning into Spider-Man tonight. Yeah. How many likes are we on? 16 likes away from 200. Nah, man. It can't be a daddy long legs. I'll be real. The legs are a little bit too thick. That's a hench spider, bro. Sorry, I'm probably going off key here, but yeah, no, it's also been said that United are quite confident. Long story short, blah 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 blah, in the title. So United are quite confident this is going to be done. I think that the longer it drags, I'm actually going to say this. I think it suits Man United a lot more, as well, because that means we can focus. While they're too busy beefing, don't you dare say Tarantula. I will scream. Yeah, whilst them 2 clubs are too busy beefing, I mean not clubs, I mean player and club, and nobody else is really in for him. United can focus on doing other stuff, but I really want the front 3 through the door. I just want to be able to say, in a space of I know it's not going to be a month, but in a space of a couple months, less than that, let's just say a month and a half, somehow I've gone from Højlund, Mason Mount, and let's just throw in Xerxes to, and I like Xerxes to be fair. I've gone from, or Garnacho, let's say Garnacho, to Mbeumo, Cunha, and Gyokeres. You call me a crackhead. You legit sit there and say, you're a crackhead, Cass. If I said this to you back in, I don't know, the start of May or April, and I said, I'm getting Cunha, I'm getting Mbeumo, and I'm going to get Gyokeres, you legit call me a crackhead. You'd be like, what spice are you on? The hell is that, man? What the hell are all these creatures trying to come into the yard? Don't you know where they're coming from? How much would Nico Barilla? You're a crack. Yeah, I might be a bit of a crackhead. I'm not hoovering. I don't kill spiders, I release them back into the wilderness. I read a story about spiders in as well to do with Islam, and now I don't kill them no more. So, love. Gyokeres' latest. His agent is beefing still, and their president are not loving it. Their president is not. It's a bit of chaos. Where United are pretty much the only. I feel like we're the only ones actually in the race for him now. Actually, I know that we are the only ones in the race for him. No one else wants him. Nobody else wants him. So yeah, I'm quite relaxed. But hopefully tomorrow. No, hopefully tomorrow. I'm out tomorrow. No news tomorrow. The next day maybe I'm gonna go play football, but I'll be back because I'm out all day tomorrow. So yeah. What else is there? Close your windows, etc. when it's hot. Nah, man. I have to have windows open. It's just... Anyway, not the point. What likes are we on now? We're on 199. You lot are moving. 200. Yes, love. I need everyone to do me a favor real quick as well, because I just want to boost it. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Here it is. Let me type in my channel. Why'd I have to type it in when... I'm an idiot, bro. All right, cool. I just need some extra likes for something, if you lot don't mind. Cool. So I'm gonna paste it right now, yeah. And you lot can just go there, come back, and do your thing. See this video? Can you lot just go? Can you lot just go and like it, if you don't mind? You might have already done it. Can you just go like that video and then just come back if you don't mind? Where are all you lot from? I live in Florida. It's an oven right now. I think it's like 28. Or it was 28 in the UK today. So, and you know what it means when you know what it's with us in the UK. We complain when it's cold and we complain when it's hot. When it's cold, we want the hot, or the heat. And when it's cold, when it's hot, when there's the heat, we just want the cold. We're always complaining. It's a bit like this fan base as well. Have you not noticed with Manchester United fans? No matter what we do and how we present ourselves, even if it looks positive, we always find a way to complain about it. And you know what? I don't blame people for doing it because there's a lot of PTSDs. I big up to yourselves if you've just done it. There's a lot of PTSD surrounding United, but I like Ineos. I'll defend Ineos. I'll be real. I know there's not many people out there that are willing to do so, and you need to be proven wrong, and you need to see it to believe it. But it's just, do you know what I mean? It's just, I just feel like comparing of what Glazers have done for us in terms of just a window, just one window alone. This one is making a lot of sense. Last summer it made some sense, but there was too many defensive signings. But no one thought that, you know, Rashford was going to fall off that heavily of a cliff. Probably, and it really wasn't just going to work. There was just not enough goals, is it? But yeah, we're just never satisfied. What else is there as well? Who can we go and raid? This is one of my longer lives. Who can we go and raid? Who's live right now? Let me refresh. Excuse me. Subscribe if you're new as well, people. I'm going to be back live maybe on my days tomorrow morning. Maybe if I can get up. Actually, I've got no choice, do I? Sarcasm City. Jacob's live. Jacob's live. All right. Flawless live. We can put it to a poll. How about that? Wait, is Touchline not going? Is there anyone going live as well? No, Touchline's not going live. He's probably not even there. Touchline's live in like about 45 minutes. Ugh, God. Bit too out. Never mind. All right, let's go raid Jacob then. Jacob's a Spurs supporter. Should we go raid a Spurs supporter? Cass thoughts on Pogba to Monaco. I'm jealous. That's what that is. I'm jealous. He's instantaneously better than all our midfielders. Right. Let's go raid him then. Let's go raid Jacob, man. Good people. Frank raid, yeah. Let's go Frank raid it up, man. Let's go raid it up. I don't have an outro yet, so we work.